computer. Flatten it. All right. I've thought of anyway. Hey, this is Thursday, August 20th, and Friday, August 21st. So if you're on periods 1, 2, 3, and 4, this is the Thursday class. If you're on periods 5, 6, and 7, it's the Friday class. So you're good either way. Again, for those of you who are trying to cheat by watching the video ahead of time, if you're on period 5, 6, and 7 classes, don't try and watch it ahead of time. You have to wait till Friday. Don't ruin all the fun. I don't deal with attitude either. You're fine. Attitudes are overrated. So for the rest of you, it's for those of you watching the home version, and if you look down wherever you, who cares? It's not a very long video because a lot of today's class will not be recorded. Mr. Broviak, is it because you're doing illegal stuff? Yes, it's called torturing children, and we can't have it on camera. So at some point, we're going to have to take it off, but you'll be fine. It's okay. If you're not watching it live, then it doesn't really matter anyway. No. Here we go. This part of it. I've been grading them as you've been getting them done and sending them to me. So again, I will leave this open to you for as long as you are willing to keep doing them. And so if you, I figure it might demonetize. I'm not going to get demonetized. I have to be monetized in the first place. But if you guys, I figure as soon as your parents start figuring it out and coming to yell at you, some of you guys making you do it. So I emailed parents, and some of your parents are like, I hate children. I'm going to make my kid do this extra work. Then there's every chance they're going to make you do it. For the rest of you, it's whenever you get around to doing it. That's fine with me. If you're fine with your grade, I'm fine with that too. For today, don't go to it yet. We'll get to it eventually, but we are going to be using this page. By the way, if you're unaware of it, I'll go ahead and tell you this one right now. So on this page thing, we're going to be doing a quiz. If you've not explored this part of my page at all, because you're what scientists call lazy, you're going to want to today, because today's quiz covers stuff on this page, where if you've been that kid who's never gone through and explored my page and clicked on different buttons, ruh-roh raggy, you're in for a surprise today, because I'm expecting you to be able to figure out how to go around all of this thing. Team 6-6, whatever. So for those of you who are lazy, it is going to be quite the struggle, but we'll get to lazy in a little bit. I'll make fun of you guys for that. But this is the page you're going to want to be able to explore, but not right now. And then also this page. So if you've not been going to these pages either, that's definitely going to be a struggle, because this stuff is on today's quiz to try and help you out. By the way, the best thing is you'll notice for those of you who are watching it live right now, I've never once talked about my new facial hair. So all the people who are watching it at home right now, they're like, what's up with that man's facial hair? He just looks beautiful today. And they're going to be all kinds of confused. I'm going to be like, as I twist my little mustache and stuff like that. We have all kinds of wonderful bonding. All right, so this thing, you're right, we don't talk about that. So when you take the quiz today, going back to the whole kids who are lazy thing, I am going to want you to go look up the actual articles, because when we figure out if things are a fact or an opinion or neither, to figure out if it's neither, you have to look in the article. Those of you who are somewhat special-ish, I would say if you have access to 2 screens, or even instead of access to 2 screens, some of you guys are smart enough to know how to button, and you can open up 2 windows on your iPad at the same time, and you can open up one window that has Canvas with the article on it, and then one window that has the Zoom on it. For those of you who can flex on the other kids because you're smart, I would highly recommend it. For those of you who are not as smart, then don't worry about it, because today we're going to do one last practice round. Before we get to the quiz, we're going to practice one more time of trying the whole fact, opinion, and nothing thing. And then this will be it. After that, I'm going to spank you on the back and then send you off to go take the quiz on your own like a bunch of big kids. We're going to see how it goes. My goal is we're not going to discuss each answer today. It's more just going through and seeing if you can figure it out. All right. So by the way, for those of you who have not figured out how my class works yet, a moment ago, I was babbling. There was a reason for my babble. The reason I was babbling is for the smart kids to go button, and then open up those 2 things. So the rest of you who are just staring at the wall, drooling, going, I'm thinking hard. My goal was those smart kids going, ooh, while he's talking, I'm getting this all ready. So that was the thing, because this is going to disappear and it's not going to be in front of you. In a moment, I'm going to be asking you questions like, hey, is this statement in the actual article? And you're going to go, I don't know. Is it in the article? And I'm going to go, are you one of the smart kids? You go, no, I'm not one of the smart kids. Like, oh, well, problem solved. Again, Mr. Broviak, is this the part where you're babbling again? Yes. This is me trying to buy those semi-smart kids a chance to get in there. But what if I'm just still staring at the wall? Then there's nothing I can do for you, boo-boo. You're one of the special children. All right. So now, don't worry. I wasn't paying attention to me either. I tune myself out, Jaden, all the time. What's important is that words come out of my mouth. All right. So here we go. So we're going to try it again. And so we did it earlier. For those of you who had home and get confused, you're going to have the thumbs up-y thing, and you're going to have a handsy thing like this. And then you should also, we're going to be doing a heart for the whole neither thing. If you've not practiced doing heart, I'm going to have you practice doing heart right now. So go find it on screen where you have, oh, look, everybody loves me. Yeah, yes. So you have thumbsy upsies, you have the praisey things, and then you have heartsy things. If for some reason yours has not updated and you have no way of doing the heart, you can do old school heart where you just like go, nom, 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 and you go like that. Because by the way, part of my joy today has been watching kids try to figure out how to make hearts with their hands. Because they're like watching preschoolers throw gang signs. They're like, and they're trying to give it. So however it works best for you, I just trying. Good job, those of you who are showing off. I can make a heart, Mr. Broviak. I'm like an 8-year-old. I'm so proud of so many of you. Seriously, so much sass, so little time. All right, so here's our first question. Let's get into it. See, we have, says, iPads and computers will begin replacing teachers in the classroom within the next 10 years as part of a revolution in one-to-one learning. If you're saying that is a fact in the article, thumbs up. If you're saying that's an opinion in the article, one of these. If you're saying it might be a fact or it might be an opinion, but it's not in the article, you're going to throw up my little heart sign. You're going to figure out, ooh, we're about split. Ooh, we're going to figure out, we might have a struggle bus pulling up, and some of you might be getting on it. 1 second, hang on. Let's go with. Now it's a little, to help you out, let's do a play along thing real quick. Here's our play along thing. I can see, I'm looking up so I can see my big TV of all your heads. We're going to go with, is this line in the article or not? If you say it is in the article, you're going to go up and down you with head. If you say it's not in the article, you're going to go back and forth you with head. Wait, right, back in. All right. It looks like some of you guys are don't give yourself a concussion. It's all fun and games until you knock yourself out. Then it's hilarious. All right. So to help you out, for those of you, it's right. Words are hard. Right there. It is the first line of the article. So it is in the article. So those of you who said neither, so now it's going to be either a fact or an opinion. Ooh, let's go with this. Do any of you disagree with this, that it's going to start replacing teachers in the future? If any of you, if there is a chance that Greta is going to raise her hand and say that she disagrees with it, that means it's an opinion. You can't disagree with a fact unless you're the president. So for the rest of you, a fact is a thing that you can't disagree with. So in that case, that makes it an opinion. So it's going to be one of these things. So it was an opinion because you can't disagree with it. Mr. Broviak, did you just throw shade? I threw shade again. You are correct. Carson, are you raising your hand because you have a question, or are you raising your hand because you're confused how to vote? Oh, you put your hand up.
No, I was just saying that I could oppose.
You were flexing on
like
this. I got you. It's okay. You're fine. All right. So nicely done. That was our first one. We had a bit of a struggle. Let's try again. Round dos. That's Spanish for two, or so I say. It will open up the possibility of an impressively high level of education for all. I'm going to take off the last part where it says Sir Anthony said, because that seemed to confuse people. So just use that first part. It'll open up the possibility of an impressively high level of education for all. Excuse me. All right. People are coming in. I see confusion. We have disagreements. You guys are acting it out. Okay. Let's try to do helpy, but some of you guys are trying to look it up right now to see if it's in there. Let's go with step one. Is this statement in the article? Show me with your head movement. Looking for head movement. I see one. No. I see different. All right. Wow, you're really committing to that head movement. Let's see. So I'm going to show you right there above where I put Taco Bell. So it says it will open up the possibility of, uh-oh, it is in the article. Ruh-roh, Raggy. So those of you who are throwing a heart at me might have been wrong. So now the next thing is it possible that you could disagree with this? If you could disagree with it and you're not the president, that makes it one of those. Again, oh yeah, good job, Maddie. Now you're like, Mr. Broviak, I had those hands up the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm completely innocent. Hey, well. And so again, it's gonna look something, that's your opinion. Mr. Broviak, did you give us 2 opinions in a row? I did. I wanted to see who was paying attention. So I gave you 2 opinions. Mr. Broviak, does that mean the next one's gonna be a fact? I don't know. Let's find out. Game on. Way too much fun. Next one. Nobody likes virtual online learning, and this is an absolutely horrible idea to attempt. Wow, you guys are kind of coming in fast and strong on that one. Let's see. Some of you guys are feeling, oh, we have disagreements on this one. I see all 3 statements. So Kyla, did you do a thumbs up and a heart? You are a confused child. Are you saying you love thumbs up? All right. So let's go with the first one with our movement of our heads. Is this statement in the article? We're going to find out, because if it is, Talbot has to die. Talbot, I have news, Talbot. Talbot, it's not in the article. You're right, it's not there. You don't have to die today, Owen. It was so close. So if it's not in the article, what does that make it? It means this. You love the fact that Talbot didn't have to die. Nicely done on that one. You got saved on that one. So that was just a random statement. That was something that a kid told me the other day when I was talking about the article. All right, you're getting better. Thank you, Maddie. That's adorable. And here Sir Anthony Selden said intelligent machines that adapt to suit the learning styles of individual children will soon make traditional academic teaching all but redundant. Uh-oh. Seeing what goes on there. Jaden, that is adorable, but that is the wrong hand sign. I mean, it's a fun hand sign. It's just not one that actually works here. Ooh, and, all right. I'm going to look at a lot of you who are just confused. Oh, some of you guys are still looking in the article to see if I made it up or not. I see. I can watch the little hamster wheel turning in your heads. Right now, it's like going squeak, 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 squeak. And let's see if it's in there. Hang on. Is it in there? Uh-oh, maybe it's not. Maybe I did lie to children. But oh, wait. No, it's right there. So again, Sir Anthony Selden, blah, 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 blah. It is in the article. And if it is in the article on this one, I'm going to go with, it's finally a fact that is in there that he says it. Nicely done. You guys have got a little bit better on this one. So now, as you guys are going along on your little training wheels of learning, and you're like, Daddy Broviak, I'm doing well on my training wheels. That's good. So now we're going to push you out onto a big hill, and we're going to see how well your training wheels go. You'll be like, and if you're lucky, you don't run into traffic. If you're unlucky, a car is going to come by and end all. Mr. Broviak, that just got really graphic. I'm sorry. Let's go here to help you out. Sir Anthony heralds the new educational era in his book, The Fourth Revolution, due out next year. Didn't mean to scare you, Eli. If we're looking here at the giant screen, let's see kids trying to figure out. Maddie says no. Back and forth. I think some of you guys are just randomly trying to cheat off of other kids. And it says, Sir Anthony heralds the news. So it is in there. And if it's in there, you cannot disagree. I mean, you could, once again, you can be like, I'm the president and I say that. But otherwise, this is a fact, which makes it a thumbs up thing that comes right at you on that one. That'd be a fact. See, look at you guys with your little training wheels on that one. You're like, I didn't get hit by a car. I'm proud of you. Eli, you look confused. What's up, Eli?
So this article was made in 2017, so it's not due out next year. So it's not a fact.
No, it is a fact because it's in the article, and it did. Wait, did it come out the next year after 2017? Boom! It did. Nicely done. So you had to actually use the date at the beginning of the article. You tried to serve me, Eli, and I smacked it back at you. I appreciate your.
It's in the article, but
I know,
it's
but
not
so is
due
the
out
date of the
till
article.
2021.
Oh, this might make it easier on you. The sooner you just accept that I always win because I'm amazing, it makes things easy. Colleen, are you raising your hand at me also? Colleen, what's up, dear?
Well, I mean, in this case, it's stating that he heralds or says that the book is due out next year. So that's the fact. It doesn't necessarily have to be out next year.
Thank you, Colleen. Way to get my back on that one. I would agree. Yeah. Oh, yeah, your sound might not be working because trust me, I am definitely throwing insults left and right on this one, Jaden. There is no muting me here, although it would be kind of funny if I muted myself. I was like, see, but that was just me being muted myself. Sometimes you have to mute yourself when you have issues. Ooh, let's try this one. The impact is going to be massive. Now we're looking at the wall here. These kids are looking, and some of you I feel bad because with your little training wheels, this is going to. Ooh, for those of you, take out the he said part because I think a lot of you are confused and you're thinking, you're like, Mr. Broviak, it's a fact because it's a fact he said it. Well, yes, but if I say all children are stupid, that does not make it a fact just because I said it. Once again, unless you're the president, just because you say a thing does not make it a fact. So just because he said it doesn't work that way. Jaden, you can always try reconnecting if you want. I'm not sure that would completely help, but it might be somewhat. Never mind, you can't hear me. I agree, stupid Apple products. Hey, Sydney, why do you want to yell at me? I'm innocent.
I'm just confused. So, like, it is a fact that. Wait, yeah, he did say that in the article, right?
Uh-huh.
So, like, isn't it a fact that he said it?
It would be a fact that he said it. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking is what he said a fact. Like, if he said the Earth goes around the moon, that would not be a fact, even though he said it. So I'm going off, is the words he's saying a fact, not the fact that he said it? That seems to be a thing that confuses people. So I'm asking, is the thing he said a fact or an opinion? You're not the only one who seems to suffer in that area.
Okay.
Okay. So there, all right. And I agree. Those of you did a good job. You were doing the whole, that was an opinion thing. I got distracted. So yes, that was an opinion. Nicely done. Ooh. Teachers are going to hate this idea because it means they will start losing their jobs. Uh-oh. My screen froze. No, come back, kids. All right. All of your screens froze. No, computers, don't steal the children from me. Well, I mean, your screens are popping. I mean, that's so weird. You're all frozen at the same time in all kinds of awkward positions, but your little things are popping up. All right. Well, that's kind of weird. I don't understand technology. All right. Well, those of you who threw a heart, or apparently the hearts are still working, so I love that one. You are correct. This was not in the article. This would be a heart. This is a random statement that was just said out there that was not actually in there. Good job. Although you're all a bunch of frozen little snowman statues at the second, which is really kind of weird and creepy. Apparently school internet's having issue. I mean, I understood you the whole time, I mean, I never stopped understanding you. I was just mocking you. Yes, all right. Last one. We're gonna find out, this is your last, I'm pulling off your training wheels, and now you have to balance all on your own, and there is a semi coming straight at you, and we're going to figure out how well you can figure out this one on your own. Oh, Jaden, you don't feel attacked yet. That's going to come when you're actually in my classroom. The first revolution is understood to consist of the learning of basics of survival, foraging, hunting, growing crops, and building shelters. I'll even give you a hint. This is in the article. That's your hint. So that was my pulling off your training wheels. It's in the article. I can point to it. It's right there. It's in this bottom part. So it is right there. Knowing that. And all right. All right, go you guys. Most of you did not get hit by a semi. Some of you are a little flatter than you were before because this would be a fact. It does say the first revolution is understood to consist of, although I could sort of see you trying to fight for being an opinion, saying, maybe I don't understand, but that's like really pushing it. For the most part, I would say this is a fact unless you really wanted to fight anyway. Well, everyone needs a hobby, Owen. Luckily, there's these things called roads, and you can solve that. No, don't do that. That would be bad. All right, skip that one. So now here's the last part that we're going to get to. Don't jump out of it yet. Allow me to explain things to you before you disappear. So for those of you watching the home version, this is where it's going to stop in just a moment. So there's 3 different places you can find the link for today's quiz, either on the page for today, or you can go up to announcements, or you can go to assignments. It is, or a quiz over there on the left. It's in all of those places, and you can go clicky to find it. When you do, it's going to bring you to this page. This quiz is going to test 2 things from you. 1, it's going to say, do you know your fact, opinions, or neither? 2, can you follow directions and read them? And the answer for a lot of you is no. You struggle with directions because you're going to be lazy. So you're going to go clicky. For all of them, I'm going to have the links to the articles right there to help you out. All of my screens are disappearing on there. So as you go through it as an example, it's going to have the links to the articles at the top for each one to try and help you out. Those are the questions. I'm going to come back to you in a moment. Half of you guys jumped out and just left me, so that's a you issue. Yep. Here's how the different questions are going to look. I'm going to have a whole bunch of words on there explaining stuff to you, and then the question will be highlighted. I highly recommend you reading all of the words that are there, because all those other things are the directions to try and make things make more sense to you. Like on the number 1, it's going to say spelling counts, and you have to figure out what the answer would be. Like, what is the last name of your English teacher? And I'm going to figure out how many of you guys can actually follow directions with this. So make sure you go through. A lot of this is going to make sure that you have gone through and explored my Canvas page. If you have not explored my Canvas page, then this is going to be a big struggle for you. Just make sure you go through and figure it out. So now I'm going to let you begin. I'm going to keep Zoom open. I'm just taking away your ability to chat with other people. You can only chat with me if you have questions. I am going to stay here so you can pop back in and ask questions as need be. Some of you, you're going to get this done in 15 minutes and be done and good to go. Once you finish the quiz, you're done with me and you're done for the day. Others of you, it might take a little bit longer as you go through and do more struggle things. If the longer you have until Saturday at midnight to get done. At Saturday at midnight, it's going to take whatever questions you've answered, and that becomes your grade. My hint to you is directions. Almost every single one of you that's going to come back to me, you're going to go, Mr. Broviak, on number 6, I can't figure out how to get to the YouTube page. And I'm going to go, did you follow the directions? And you're going to go, but there's directions? And I go, yes, there's directions. So go follow those directions. So you have to figure out the directions to get there. If not, you can always come back and ask me. The worst that happens is I make fun of you and you get to become a stronger person and we get a chance to bond over your poor choices. And so it's not going to be the end of the world. So hopefully that helps you a wee bit. So now you're going to want to disappear and go start taking it. Don't close out Zoom unless you want to come back. But if you do, it's not the end of the world. Olivia McNall, you have a question because you have your hand up this whole time. I'm more than happy to help you if you would like to ask. No question. You were just teasing me. Olivia, stop teasing me. It makes me cry. Okay. Maddie, that's not a question. That is a fact. Even our president would agree with that fact. Let's get rid of this. Oh, and I'm going to mute myself because apparently I'm distracting. So I'm only going to unmute myself if you come back and have questions so you don't have to listen to my distracting talking. I apologize. Muting now.